Hello fellow crafters and welcome to another episode of maxdmcrafting. Yes, I did the thing, my very first windmill. This was not actually a very complicated project. It took me around 10 days, working a couple of hours per day. Let's have a look. Starting by now, I will make a few episodes for show you how to make this building. But now let's build a windmill. As usual, we start with pieces of foam waste. I downloaded the design of a regular octagon from Google. My octagon has the outer side of about 8 centimeters. Taking the diagonals of the design as a reference, I designed two smaller octagons, one with a 4 cm long side and one 5 cm long, about 2 inches, in scale with my doors. I glued my two octagons on a very rigid cardboard, and I glued the cardboard to two pieces of foam about 3 mm thick. If you do not have a Proxon table, you can use my tutorial number 4 as a reference to find out how to get thin slices with a simple foam cutter. I then prepared a piece of foam the same thickness as my octagon using the Proxon. Using the larger octagon as a guide, I cut out a piece of the base to make it coincide perfectly. I glued the two pieces together with the hot glue, and I finally cut the rest of the base like a 4x4 inch tile, preparing it as I usually do for my dungeons. Using the frozen textured pin roll from Green Stuff, I created the textures from the entire base. Since I wanted more rigidity and more space around the building, I glued my base to some very rigid pieces of cardboard. In order not to lose the thread, I indicated on the cardboard the points where I want to place the door, a fireplace and some windows. I do not use these as definitive references. As usual, I like to improvise as the project progresses. So I took a piece of cardboard and I created a guide for the sides of my mill. I created a trapeze with the bottom 5 cm long, 10 cm high and 4 cm long upper base. Serving as guide, I cut 2 large pieces of foam. Using the proxen, then I created 8 identical pieces with a thickness of 5 mm. After checking the correspondence with the base, you can now move on to the first trick I show you to build this mill. Sorry if I do not show it in the video, but first of all I used the green stuff pin roll called wood to create the texture of the small octagon. Now the trick. Align the pieces with your octagon on the sheet. When the pieces are perfectly aligned, without moving them, do 1 or 2 steps with the hot glue, so as to join them for their base. This way you can easily join them one by one at the base of the smaller octagon, keeping the right inclination and without losing their perfect shape at the base. Now, if I had to redo this mill, I would probably create the wall brick pattern before mounting this part, avoiding some difficulties later. Now we take care of the base. I like to have some stones around my mill, especially a step at the entrance. To create bricks, cut strips of the same thickness of your base. Overlap the strips and cut by eye measuring bricks of about the same size. Grab the bricks in your hand and crumble them until you get a nice texture. Glue the bricks around the base with the hot glue, cutting off the excess with a cutter, as shown here. Fill all the cracks without worrying too much about the dimensions. It will be easy to cut out everything even after gluing the bricks. Now the walls of the smaller building. I cut out 4 pieces of foam to get the walls about 2 inches high. I want to insert 2 windows in the front and in the back piece. Here you see how I created 3 windows from one of those sold by shiftinglens.com. I like to reuse old bits or scraps to give life to new parts. Here you see how I combined the pieces I already had in my hands. After cutting the holes for the windows, using my cutter and my faithful pen, I created the brick pattern on the front and the back walls and on the small wall of conjunction with the mill tower. I recommend referring to my tutorial number 3 to find out an easy way to create an interesting pattern of bricks.
Okay guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you very like this video, remember to subscribe to the channel. Till next time, happy crafting!